friends. I just wanted to pop in and say hello. I know you haven't really seen like my face, so in a while anyway. And sorry about all the. This is my setup for my top-down coloring. So I wanted to just pop in, give you some FaceTime, and we're gonna get started here soon. Last time we worked on this coloring page from Tiny Cats by Coco Wyo. I hear that my washing machine is going, and I don't know how loud that is for you guys over there. But hold on, I gotta refresh something really quick. Reload. I'm refreshing because my thing wasn't showing right. There we go. Now, I'm like, ooh, mm-hmm. Oh my goodness. Why? Is it still doing it? Okay. Oh no. I shouldn't hear this. Hold on. This is what I get for trying out new things. But anyway, right. I heard my wash machine. I don't know how loud it is on your side. I'm going to close my door. What you guys still may be able to hear. But hi, I hope you're well. Okay, so again, last time we started working on this Tiny Cats page, or not started, but we are continuing to work on this Tiny Cats coloring page by Coco Wyo, and this is from the book Tiny Cats. And we were working on this background here, and we didn't get this far, but I wanted to oh gosh, brain. I worked on it a little bit more after we were done because it was kind of repetitive, and I wanted to be able to move on to the next portion. So what we did last time, which you can watch the video that we put up last time. Sorry, words are not my strong suit right now. So we added some fun little stars, and then we started lightly layering. Hi, Samrin. Samrin? Tell me if I'm saying that anywhere near correctly. So we started with putting in our little stars randomly, and then light layers of color of what we wanted to add in. I should have kept them separated, but I know we're using indigo. We always have black out. I'm using Prismacolor Pencils. I have a super sweet little setup going on over here. And I know we were using violet. Were we using mulberry? Oh, you know what? We were not. Maybe I had it on the side. But we were definitely using this dahlia purple. And you know what kept happening last time? It kept crumbling as I was working on it. It was really frustrating. And we had violet blue and blue denim and true blue, I believe. Yes. So I pulled those up. They're sitting right up here. And we're going to finish this. Oh, and we were working on up here. I'm going to grab cream, deco yellow just in case, some canary yellow just in case. I can't remember if I used Spanish orange or sunburst yellow, but I'm grabbing sunburst yellow for our little moons up there. And I'm going to also grab Spanish orange. And so, like I said, hopefully we will finish this part. And I will zoom into just this guy here. I want to make sure wasn't using. I'm gonna grab the neon yellow just in case I feel like using it. So, yes. Okay, so let me zoom in here. You got to see my face. I hope you are well. There we are. That's the wrong one. There we are. Let me know if everything is still going well with the audio and everything. Hello, Atlanta Kane. I hope you're well. Shaking up my lunch shake to have while we are coloring here. And please put in some comments and let me know you're here. Oh, it changed again. So let me know you're here and ask me anything you think I can answer for you. I think the kitties are on part 3 or 4. I'm not sure. Oh, I just dripped right there. That stinks. Oh, awesome. So, okay, so we were just gonna finish this part up, and last time I kept forgetting to brush away my dust, so don't let me forget to do that because my hand was completely covered. And I think I want to go more darker with this. I know, like, I had it purpley. Oh, I don't know, so many decisions. I do like the purple. I think I'll go with more purple. So we're gonna keep going, and this is basically the final layer, so I am kind of pressing hard, but not hard enough to like hurt my hand. Well, my hand always kind of hurts, so you know. They're legal issues. I didn't know anything about that. Can you tell me more? It's not available? I'm gonna have to look that up really quick. Let's see. Sorry about my arm. They have adorable cats up, but I don't see the tiny cats like you said. Huh. So tell me more about that. I don't know anything about it. I didn't know. I purchased this a couple months ago. I'm in the USA. Well, I'm in a territory, but yes, still the US. I had no idea. There was, oh, it just happened yesterday. Okay, I was wondering, well, like, okay, all the stuff that's up that has to do with tiny cats wasn't part of there, apparently. There's so many people up there that have like similar style as theirs. So it's hard to know. Come on now. Yeah, because like Southern Lotus, they have like really similar style. But aren't they the same? I don't know. Oh, okay. Huh. So what all are they saying about it? What kind of legal issues? I had no idea. One thing that always bothered me about the Coco Wyo is that they just said they have like a bunch of artists, but they don't like say who their artists are or anything, and I'd like to know. They are not what? Oh. Oh. This can be something that happens with Amazon, and you really have to be on top of things with that. I'll have to look that up on their Instagram and stuff. But I like this book anyway, whatever's happening. We started this for my April color along, which started on April 17th. And we're extending into May because I'm a very slow colorer. Oh, okay. I'll check it out when I'm done here. I usually go for about 2 hours. A little bit of mulberry up in here, maybe. For the first time ever in another coloring page I'm working on. Thank you, Samarin. I really like it too. I wasn't sure what I was going to do at first, and then because they have moons up here and then suns at the bottom, I decided we were going to go night sky and then day sky, and I don't know, it's kind of off because at first there's like this grid pattern down here, and I was like thinking brain, sorry, I do a lot of forgetting what I was about to say. Oh, I was thinking originally like picnic blanket type thing. But I liked the night sky because it seemed like, not that it was going to be easier, but more entertaining than doing like a picnic blanket style. Yeah, it is a part of the page. So I cut this out of the Tiny Cats book so that I didn't have to color directly into the book. Because one thing I don't like about the Coco Wyo is the black unders, because if you press too hard it can transfer to the next coloring page, and I often color pretty hard, so I wish they would just do blank or a lighter design or something. That's maybe personal preference, but that's me, and it's a lot easier to color on a single page. Yep. Seems to take it fine. It curls a little bit. I like Amazon paper. A lot of people complain about it, but I quite like it myself. I like it enough that I published a little sketchbook. And I don't know if you know, but I have my own coloring book as well. Anyway, I published my own sketchbook at 8.5 by 11, so I can use the paper to actually print coloring designs onto that I purchase or freebies I find. I can link all my Amazon publications if you're interested. Excuse me. No, I don't want to share from there. Hold on. Here we go. Here's all my Amazon publications. So I also have, oh, it's over here. I did a swatch book where on the inside, it just has a empty swatch grid, and you use it like that, and I think it's fun. I like it. It has 75 swatches, and I've already used like so many. And then I'm also using that too for my first time ever trying to keep track of colors used on another page that I'm doing. I decided to use that, and that's working pretty well. Although I don't really like keeping track of colors that I use because it kind of like makes the whole process just go a little bit slower. Oh really? I haven't heard of Everblend. I have a 48 set of Arteza Expert, but I really don't like them. But that's just me. Everyone's their own being. And I think I said that these were Prismacolors. I'm kind of a Prismacolor junkie. But I also have Colors, and I like them. And I have the Evazar London, and I like them as well. My last finished coloring pages with the Evazar London, actually it turned out pretty good. At first, I thought the Evazar was really similar to the Artezas, but like as I continued going. Hi, Kimberly. I'm well. How are you? I don't remember what I was saying. Sorry. You're excited. Why are you excited, Kimberly? Yeah, I didn't know tracking. So, to be frank, I have not been in the adult coloring circle community for very long. I just started a couple months ago because I released my Caribbean Sea Life coloring book on February 6th. And I mean, transparency here, I joined to work on promoting my coloring book. And then I found that I actually really liked the community and I do like coloring. I have ADHD, so I know I won't do it for like extremely long. I'll get distracted and I'll do some other art project and then I'll probably come back to it. But right now I'm into the coloring and I really am liking the people I'm coming across. You made your own coloring sheets today. That's awesome. Congratulations. And so I purchased some coloring books that I liked. And so now I'm just doing the coloring thing and having fun. Okay, trying to remember, take off the dust, wipe off the dust, wipe off the dust. Okay, this is just a makeup brush I found on Amazon. And a set of two. I don't know where the other one is, but it's somewhere in the living room, I think. I remember what I was saying. I didn't know keeping track of what you colored with was a thing until, I recently joined this whole like community. I was like, oh, okay, I'll try it. I think it's because I don't really see the point, is why I don't really like it. And it slows me down. But I've been an artist my whole life too, Atlanta. That's probably why I'm like, I don't see the point. I just use what I use. And I do a lot of different art. Releasing my coloring book was probably one of the biggest things. And yesterday I finally got the guts to order a large size of one of my art pieces, and it's so awesome. I'm not sure what you mean by that. If you can't teach it, it's not worth it. But it kind of seems a little closed. So what else I did? I know I blended the yellow. A little bit here. I like to blend with the colors instead of using the colorless blender. I think it's because, like, I don't know, the colorless blender, I just don't like how it feels. Ooh, better drink some of my shake. My tummy's gonna growl probably loud enough for you to hear. I do apologize for the random sounds you may be hearing. I live in, like, kind of like an apartment building, but condos, and someone is doing construction around my unit, or redoing their place. I don't know. So, doing a little blending. Then I really liked how I did like white around that moon. I think it looks really neat. More of a fly by the seat of my pants color. I think a lot of my process in my brain goes without me really knowing. But it's all stuff I've learned or taught myself over time. And it just kind of comes out how it comes out. And I'm okay with that. Hey, Amy. Hope you're well. Oh, thank you, Kimberly. I'm glad you're enjoying the background. We're close to being done with this background, and then we'll move on down the page and work on the sun, or, you know, the daylight background, which I think what we're going to do is some clouds, because that's always fun. And then obviously a beautiful blue. Well, you can follow along the last live, Amy, and you can do the background then. I only just colored it, you know, I got pretty far last time, and then I just continued coloring it in a similar way, but I didn't, and that took me a few more hours, and I didn't want to use that much time on a live, if that makes sense, because I'm excited to move on. Sorry, I'm looking for my white. Move on to the next coloring page, which is going to be in A Frog's Tale by R.J. Hampson. So if you don't have that book and you want to color along, be sure to grab it. Sorry, I'm going to move this just a little bit. It's going to wiggle. Sorry. It's my little stand is touching my desk and it's making it wiggle, and I try not to let that happen. I'll probably go back over the little stars too and give them another little layer. See if they pop out a little more. I mean, it looks really good actually on the camera, on the video, but it looks a little different in person. There. That's looking good. I want to add maybe a little more color to the moon here. In the center a little bit. Oh, my hand's already purple. All right, moving on to this guy. I think I want to add a little bit more neon yellow here. Just taking off the extra pink on there. Like, that's one thing I noticed, like if you do blending with the colors, some color can stay stuck on the pencil and then you'll accidentally put a color where you did not mean to put. Blending. So nothing super exciting has gone on since Monday when we came together. Yesterday, what did I do yesterday? Golly. What did I do yesterday? Did I color? I colored a little bit last night in the other coloring page I'm working on. And what did I do all day? Wow. Did I sit in here? I'm trying to remember if I stayed. Can't remember if I used studio time or if I stayed out in the living room. Wow, I have no idea. No idea what I did yesterday. Apparently. It wasn't very exciting, apparently. It's nothing worth remembering. I know I didn't. Oh, I did laundry. I remember that much. Oh, my nails. Oh, duh. I did my nails. So, new set. I love them. Finally. So, I use something called polygel for my nails. And it's supposed to be like pretty easy because you can use like these forms and you put the gel in the form and you stick it on your nail and then you like cure it under UV light. And it's supposed to be kind of quick and easy, but for me, I had so much trouble using the forms that I was like, I don't understand how this is supposed to be so easy. And so I was hand forming with a brush my nails until I finally found out that I just had really the wrong size forms that weren't working for the shape of my nails. And so I finally found the right kind of forms for my nails. And it worked so much better and so much quicker. And so I was like really happy with the process. Oh, I got a little blue in there on accident. So it happened so much faster, like a couple hours instead of a whole day. What else did I do then? I don't remember. I talked to my grandma, 2 of my grandmas. That was good. It was a slow day, apparently. What did you guys do yesterday? Anything fun? Are you still at your sister's, Amy? Or was that just like a one day or evening visit thing? Or whatever, day visit. I'm gonna add a little bit more yellow here, I think, and see. No, it's just not gonna. That's okay. All right. And we gotta add, there's some weird not blendiness going on here. I think I put some other pencils in my cart yesterday. You just played around creating your pictures. So what was the process on creating your pictures? Tell us about it. I know I keep talking about how I'm working on a kitty themed coloring book. I haven't worked on it in a couple weeks now, which is my bad. I kind of lost a little interest because I keep doing the coloring thing instead, and that's kind of, it's really hard for me to switch in between things that I'm doing, but I try really hard. You're at your mother's and you colors, and you colored. Oh, Kimberly's figuring out how to do AI pictures, and Amy colored yesterday. Right on. At least you guys can like remember what you did. Oh, sometimes my brain, I tell you. We are just about done here with this sky, or this part of the sky. Then we're going to move on. Oh yeah, I was going to make sure and see if I added some yellow to the stars, how that would turn out. Added some more yellow on top. There we go. Okay, that part is completos. I think I'll take, do I want to do canary or hold on. Do I want to take a different color? I think I'm going to grab your lemon yellow, actually. Okay. We're just going to kind of press hard and go over where we put the stars originally. Let's see if we can't push the wax around to, because like some of the other colors got on top of the yellow. Now you're coloring an owl. Nice. So it might not remove it. Oof, sorry. Totally threw that down on accident. Might turn out a green star, but it still looks good. I really to make an oil change appointment. So when we moved here, we got a new car, and my husband wants to use the dealership for this stuff, but they do everything like so weird here. And when I called a couple weeks ago, they want me to bring a car in before 9 a.m. And I'm like, that's gonna be an issue for me. It's like, for me, that's so early. And I mean, I could probably do it. I just have to get like the umph. And they also said if I was gonna wait for the vehicle, I would have to bring it in by 7. And I was like, are you serious? I am not even usually awake at 7. Like that's too early for me. Sometimes I am, but not very often. And so, oh gosh. Anyway, so I've been procrastinating, and it's a good thing we don't really drive very much because obviously the oil needs to be changed. And it's just like, why you gotta make this so hard? And I didn't want to. In the past, I would, sit in my car and take it to like a place like Jiffy Lube or whatever, and it takes 20 minutes. And I'm like, why is this going to take so long? Like, I don't quite understand that. And why do I have to bring it in at 7 o'clock in the morning? Why can't you just give me a time when you can do my car and I can bring it then? But it's not how things work here, apparently. Which is unfortunate because I'm going to have to suck it up and go. And then I don't know how long they're going to take, actually. So then I'm going to have to get a taxi or a ride from somebody to come back home because I don't think I want to spend all day there at the dealership sitting on my butt doing, I don't know, nothing. Being on my phone where I don't get very good service there anyway, from what I remember. And we don't have 2 cars here, so it's not like I can have Dan pick me up and drop me off. So, and I'll have to pay a bunch of money for a taxi. It's stupid, but I'll figure it out. I have friends who said they would do it, but it makes me feel really bad asking them for some reason. I mean, I probably shouldn't, but it does. So I've been procrastinating it, which is not good, as we've established. We are almost done with this part. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to, but I'd really like to finish this today. But it's already 12:54. And because I'm a slow colorer. I definitely want to start the new coloring page soon. Maybe I can put the event starting on like the 10th. But I'm kind of finding doing these coloring alongs, it's hard for me to do other stuff. So I really like the color along, so I don't really want to stop them or anything. Don't think I'm saying that. But it's just, I need to figure out my life, how I can make all of it work. And I've been really thinking about painting lately. Okay, thank you, Atlanta. Have a great rest of your day. We'll probably be on here until about 2:15 Eastern time if you end up coming back. Okay. Now, We need to color this. Before I go any further, let's color this. I'm going to put away my colors. Hold on. I'm so out of whatever. So I don't think that should stay white. Do you? What do you think? I mean, white, it's not bad. But now it's all like dusty. I should have thought of that before doing the background. Where are we? Lemon yellow, I think, was up here. The canary yellow, I think, over here. Yeah, the cup. Honestly, I don't know. I think I'm putting these in the right order. Pretty close. Anyway. Yeah. The problem is what color? So we need something. If we did blue, would that be too much blue? I don't know. This one, missed that one. I'm laughing because my pencils say I missed putting one away. And I don't see it up here. I don't know. Oh boy. Oh gosh, I hate that so much. Oh, no. Did my deco yellow go over there maybe? And I was supposed to do this. And then I have two more, the black and the white. I think that's it. Cream yellow, maybe a light green. A cream yellow might, well, you know, because there's so much. Do I have an eraser? I don't think I have a big eraser. But let's see how much of this will come off. Not a lot. Maybe enough to where it's not going to like spread around if I do a lighter color like yellow. I don't think yellow's a bad idea. Because it could bring in like the yellows from the moon and stuff. Stuff like this is probably why people make decisions about how they're going to color before they're coloring. So we're just erasing where my smudge hand went here. And it's going, you know, it's not the greatest. Ugh. There. Would yellow be too lame? I don't know. I think we're going to do a blue. Okay. We'll do a blue. It seems right. I don't know. Maybe more like aqua. Or like we start off with some aqua. Light aqua. We'll put in some aquamarine. add in some, I don't know what this color is because it's in whatever, French or Spanish. 1027. I'm gonna add some cobalt turquoise, cerulean blue. Okay, we got all these fun colors, so we'll see how this goes. We'll start off with light aqua, I think. Yes. So we'll give ourselves a layer of light aqua. Oh, and Amy, I decided I'm going to grab myself a set of the Prismacolor Scholars. I'm going to see what kind of difference they are. I hear there is a difference, but maybe in like how soft the lead is, from my understanding, but the colors seem pretty good. So I'm going to grab myself a set of those, methinks. And we'll see. I'm going to have to see. I haven't decided yet. I'm still working on that coloring page using the colors. So I haven't decided quite yet if I'm going to use colors on my next color along or not. I really like using Prismas because I know that I know how things work with them, and it's not like an experiment like using other colors are for me, but we'll see. Okay, then I'm going to grab the non-photo blue. Now this one has a lot of white in it, so it's pretty creamy, and it's a lot different than the aqua that we put down. And I'm not sure what I'm doing with it exactly, but I'm just putting some in there. For a different sort of color, I guess. So the colors will kind of mix. And for the shadows, I'm going to put in some of this cobalt turquoise to kind of remember where my shadows are going to go. So I don't think you have to have the same exact materials for color along to be helpful. You just have to figure out, maybe if you want to use the exact same colors, then obviously, but like if you figure out colors that are close enough, and if you use similar techniques then that are being shown, then it should have, a similar educational effect, if you know what I mean. The more I look at this, the more I'm happy I did this white outline. I like it. I like that a lot. There'll be some shadow under his little arms. Maybe some shadow to indicate roundness there. This is peacock blue. That's what it is. So peacock blue is the other darker, so I'm going to go ahead and also put that over where I intend to put shadows. I love peacock blue. I think it's one of my favorite colors of Prismacolor pencils. Finding a lot of people say that they just straight up can't afford Prismacolors, but they can afford a $30 set of color pencils. But so like to get something now, great, do that. But if you can afford a $30 set of color pencils, it seems like one should be able to save up a little bit, you know, a little bit at a time. It might take a really long time, but I remember the first time I saved up for something really expensive was a camera, a digital camera, and I actually got a job just to do that. It was like right before I got married, and I was trying to save up $500 to afford this new camera, and it felt so good. Like before, I would save up and buy stuff for myself, but nothing, I don't think I ever purchased something that, hi Stacy, how are you? That expensive before. But it was really cool. It felt really nice. So I grew up super broke. Super poor. Thanks, Stacy. Yeah, I did a little bit. Well, I did a lot of it. Well, you know how we ended up last time. I did a lot of it off camera because it was, you know, the same repetitive process as we had already been doing. And so I wanted to not use all that time on the live to continue doing, you know, the same thing because it feels kind of boring to me. So I did that, and now we finished that up. We only had like a little bit to do, and then we finished up the moons. And I don't remember what I was saying. Oh, yeah. So now we're moving on, and I had all kinds of smudgies in this cup, and we're trying to decide a few minutes ago what color to color it, and so we decided this aqua blue. Just got done paying the bills. Oh, excuse me. Oh, speaking of bills, I need to bring a check to the office to pay our condo fees before the 10th. Most of our bills come out automatically, so I don't even know. I'm glad I don't know, because I would, well, you know what? I'm really glad that once I finally got to a point in my life where I was actually the one paying for things, that they started having, oh my gosh, automatic bill pay. You know what I mean? I'm trying to think, actually. Yeah, I was paying for my own phone, I think, when I was in my 20s. It's hard to remember. I feel so dumb today, or lately. My brain just isn't, and I know I keep saying this, my brain just isn't working right. I don't know if I'm not sleeping well enough, but I went to bed at like a reasonable time yesterday, so that was good. But I was staying up really late. Have you ever heard of revenge oh, what is it? You stay up. Basically, the whole thing is like you stay up late as a quote, like revenge, because you don't feel like you had enough time to yourself during the day. And I think I do that sometimes, even though I do have basically all the time to myself. But my husband is still like in the house, but he's working. And so it doesn't always feel like I have my own. I don't know. It's kind of silly, but I stay up late sometimes. We call it partying, but really I'm just sitting there with Benjamin the cat and coloring or watching a show. Nothing super exciting. So I'm using the white as like a highlight to make this, the edge of the cup a little bit lighter. Because mostly, except for what sort of shadow this little cat would produce, the light would be catching there probably. Ginkgo biloba. Ugh. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's like a nerve thing when I'm talking on here. It's just, or it's like trying to keep track of what I'm saying in my head while I'm coloring. Because usually, if I'm coloring, I'm just coloring and watching a show, and I'm not trying to put thoughts together. I think it might be that, really. I think it's the whole putting thoughts together thing and ADHD. Really. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting about my shake. So there's these birds, and I think they nest in these palm trees. I haven't found their nest, but sometimes. So the palm tree tops are like right at my balcony level, which is, we talked about how I converted my balcony into my studio. And so like these birds, they're like at my level and they're seeing me like in their space. And I think it freaks them out because sometimes I think whenever they have like a little nest or whatever, they get really upset and they start yelling, and they yell a lot. So they're called pearly-eyed thrashers, and they're not the prettiest colored birds, but I think the reason why they're called that, pearly-eyed, is because their eyes are kind of a pearly color, like a silvery white, sort of iridescent, and their eyes really stand out compared to like their feathers and stuff, which they're kind of like a bland gray-ish color. But they're kind of funny because they make all kinds of different noises. Some of them are like really sweet little, little cute sing-songy sounds, and then otherwise they're like meh. And they do that a lot when they feel that they need to yell at me or my cat because we're, in their space, basically. People complain about them a lot because they make such a variable amount of noises. And sometimes it's like really high pitched and pretty terrible. We'll probably do a lot of the blending with the light aqua and the non-photo blue, because I don't necessarily want it like just this aqua color. because we weren't really going for the super green color, but I didn't want to go super blue either to be too blending in with the background. Ooh, almost dropped pencil off. I would have been so sad. Okay, I'm moving him up here. Sorry for all the noise. If I keep using them and I put them off to the side here, and then my elbow does its thing and tries to ruin my life. Tonight, I'll have to remind my husband, but we're supposed to go to one of the local places we like to hang out. They're doing a trivia night, I think. And so we're going to go there probably. I'll have to remind him so that he gets off work on time. We haven't gone out to eat, except for when we were in St. Thomas the other weekend. We haven't really gone out to eat much since we've been back on vacation, which is probably good. But I like going out to eat. It's probably one of my favorite things. And we're getting into slow season, and that means for us, less tourists, less cruise ships, all that good stuff. Because it's getting to be hot season, and I've been so warm lately. It's been very annoying. Oh, I've been there. We had a 20-acre farm, and so we dealt with mice a lot then. We even had to redo a whole bathroom because they got underneath our tub, because it was like one of those built-in tubs with like a surround, and they were peeing under there, and so we had to redo the whole bathroom. And it was so dumb. Like, we open it and we find out that they didn't even seal around the pipe, so it was like just open air into the crawl space under the house. What? Freaking manufactured home, I tell you. So obviously, while we were redoing that, we made sure that was all closed up. But it was just like, well, no wonder we're having such a hard time. So I used to, one of my favorite ways of, and I ended up having to, go more of a lethal route with the mice because they were hurting a lot of stuff and eating my entire garden. And so my most efficient way, I won't say favorite, but my most efficient way of trapping them was getting one of those 2.5-gallon buckets or 3-gallon buckets, one of the small ones, and I fill it like 3/4 of the way up with water. And then I'd grab like a plank, and imagine this was the bucket. I would put the plank so they could walk up it. And then on top of the water, I would layer sunflower seeds. And that would get lots of mice all the time. But we just had like the perfect place for them to live because, we had animals. So there was chicken feed and water and shelter. And, I didn't blame them really for being there because, animals do what animals do. But I had to start working against them, unfortunately, when I couldn't even get a tomato harvest. Yeah, mice don't gross me out. I lived in the middle of nowhere for most of my life. I would pick them up and chase my mom with them. I feel like mice come with the homeowner territory. But we found out that most of the pipes were not sealed, like from around where they went through, the bottom of the house. And it was just because they were manufactured at home, and they did everything half-assed. It was frustrating, but whatever. We also had to deal with pack rats. Now, pack rats were probably the worst. They're huge and adorable, and they're smart. They're really hard to catch. They like Twix. That's just FYI, if you're ever dealing with them. We ended up having to use live traps for them, like one of those ones that you could catch cats in or whatever, but smaller, meant for smaller animals. And then you put a Twix in there, or a piece of a Twix in there, and I would catch them every time. But I felt bad having to work against the wildlife because I prided myself on not having very many issues. But once they ate through our ducting for our heater, and we went a whole winter Central Oregon, which got to negative degrees, went a whole winter without a heater, then we had to do something about it, which made me sad, but such is life. Had to get over it. I like snakes. I mean, I like everything. Everything has a purpose in the world. But when there's too many of them, that's when there's issues. But you live in Pennsylvania. There's not really a lot of issues. Snakes are there. They're like probably like garter snakes or, the ones with the stripes. What? Oh my God, what? I love all animals. I understand them more, I think, than most people. Them as in the decisions they make and why they do things, and they don't really have ulterior motives or anything, so. Oh yeah. We had rattlesnakes too, but I never saw one, even though I lived in Central Oregon where there was a plethora because it was desert country. Never saw one. But I always heard about people seeing them, which, I mean, even not very far from where my house was. I was kind of sad. I was like, I want to see one. But we were trying to, where we lived, the yard was really sad because it was so dry. And so we were working on renovating it more to a healthy environment for everything. And when we finally saw like a garter snake, we were so excited because that meant like the ecosystem was coming back. And it meant that things were beginning to be healthier around us, which was good. Oh, that's funny. Seems like they wouldn't be around a golf course because aren't golf courses kind of damp because they like to keep the grass green? But I guess a lot of places where they saw rattlesnakes where I live was closer to the reservoirs and rivers too. So I guess that makes sense. They want to be around drinking water, probably. That's my guess. I don't think there's any like native snakes here. There might be one, but it's like so rare that I don't even recall the name of it at the second. But there are invasive snakes here. We think, or they think, from the pet trade before the hurricanes. But there's invasive red-tailed boas, which are popular in the pet, the exotic pet world. And someone said they saw a rattlesnake here, but there was no proof that it was actually here. And they like closed the comments on that post. So you can only take that kind of stuff with a grain of salt. But and a little flipper? What's that mean? I think we have 3 golf courses here on the island. I haven't heard a whole lot about them, but I mean, I'm not really in that scene myself, so why would I? My dad said that he wanted to golf when he visited, but then he decided he didn't, I guess, and so he didn't do that when he was here. Oh, I want to be done with this cup already. I lost my energy. Spready, spread, spread. What is small? A lake? Is that what you're saying? Or a body of water? The body of water is shaped that way? Oh, okay. Gotcha. Something I learned that's cool about the Virgin Islands is you don't need a license to fish. I was like, oh, that's cool. Have you guys ever done like a trivia night at a bar or restaurant or whatever? I don't really know what to expect. I've only seen it on like TV shows. This should be interesting. I don't know if we play in teams or whatever. I don't know how my brain is going to behave. Because apparently it wants to be asleep. Okay, now just about done here. I want to take white and kind of add in some highlights, but also kind of show a sort of like large reflection, maybe a large white sort of light reflection. What's it like, the trivia night? I wonder what theme they'll do. I know like quite a bit about a lot of things, but obviously I don't know everything about everything. To win pizza. Ooh, I wonder if they do winning stuff. And then I kind of wonder if they're even having it because the owners of that place aren't even on island right now. So we'll have to double check. But I could use a hamburger, I think. Time for a burger. The only thing I don't like about that place is they have a lot of no-see-ums, bitey bugs that, oh, they make you itch so bad. Ugh, it's the worst. Oh yeah, of course. I just never really did it. This is the most like social we've been probably in our entire marriage. In our entire 13 years. When we lived in Central Oregon, it was hard because nobody wanted to come out to us because we were kind of like a half hour from everything. So we hardly ever had visitors, and then before that we were in the military, so we were pretty social then. But we're more social, or we were, I don't know. Going through my depression thing made being more social a little bit more difficult, but I'm feeling better now, except for I'm exhausted. Okay, I'm gonna call that done for now. I might play with it more. Ooh, got a knock on the door. One sec. Oh yeah. No, it's fine. How are you? Oh, we have the every month a bug sprayer guy comes in, and that's what's going on right now. So he may talk to me when he comes in the bedroom here. Yeah, I mean, I guess I got used to people not coming over, but it also was a little bit sad because they expected me to go to them still. And, you know, and it's like, okay, so I have to drive a half hour, but like, you won't drive a half hour? It was the whole thing. So I'm putting these colors away now.
They sound cool in here.
Yes, I like
In
these.
your office.
These split units are great.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Dane. Have a great day. Okay. I don't know. I don't know what I want out of the world anymore, to be honest. I can't remember where this went. I think it went up here. It's like sometimes I really want to be social, and then something stupid happens and it makes me sad, and then I want to be like, F everybody. And this, I don't know. You know, it's a whole thing. People are weird. Okay, so now we're going to work on this part. And I'm going to try to keep my hand out of this. I don't know if you noticed, but what do you think of my new nails? Are they pretty? Are they pretty? I like them. Sparkly. Okay. Sorry. I've been really excited about them. So, you know how I did the cool clouds? Well, I think I'm going to do similar. So what I'm going to do is grab the sky blue light, and we're going to just lightly outline some clouds. Do I want to do like a round thing like I did before? Or do I want to do flat? I'll do flat because I did. So we're going to do some light markings of where we want our clouds to be. And I like my clouds to be puffy. Sometimes it's nice to have different shaped clouds. Some of them I like to have just one little bump. Can you guys even see that? Because I can't see it very much looking at the video. Can you see that or no? If not, I can grab a different color or a little bit darker blue color. And we'll do another single bumper here. Okay. So, what color is this? Powder blue. Okay, this is powder blue. I'm going to color inside my clouds lightly. And I want to, oh, it's not exactly what I wanted to do. Okay, brain, come on now. Okay, you can see the powder blue a little bit better. So I'm going to do this like swirl thing here. We'll just figure out how to make it work. I mostly don't like drunk people, and it's kind of a lot of people here. So it makes it a little hard sometimes. Okay, so we drew out our little cloudies. And the big question now is going to be, do I want my white outline to be on the inside of the cloud or the outside of the cloud? Question indeed. Inside. Okay. So, as you know, we put white outline around the main image a while ago, and so I've been trying to maintain that. But sometimes it's a little hard. And now we're going to go ahead and we're going to do like a white line right on the edge, right on the inside edge of the clouds. And this is how I did my clouds on, where is it? Here we go. This is how I did the clouds on this page. So we're kind of going for that similar look. You can't stand drunks either. Yeah, me either. My dad is an alcoholic, and so I developed that dislike very early in my life. I did drink a little bit. Sometimes I have like a fluffy drink, like a special fancy drink, but I really, like, I don't drink enough to feel it. Mostly because I'm on medication that makes it also feel a lot more than it should. And because I have made poor choices, but I didn't drink until I was 21. Unlike most people that I know. All right. I hate shopping here. Shopping here is the absolute worst. Do you guys not live anywhere you can do, I miss Walmart store pickup for groceries especially. That was the best. Let me tell you, if you still have that, you got it going on. So anyway, have fun. I do miss that. That's another big thing I miss about the mainland. Definitely easier grocery shopping. And you can pretty much find everything you need at one store instead of here where I have to go to multiple stores or forego whatever item I was looking for. So what's nice about adding this white outline today is that this bit is a little bit smudgy, and so I can actually see the white that I'm putting down, which kind of makes me laugh. So putting this white first, I found that it kind of creates a barrier for other colors, and they go over it a little bit, but you can usually like use the white again and it kind of moves the color off of it. Usually. I won't say every time, but usually. Oof, I'm trying really hard to remember what you said you were coloring. An owl. Right, I remember now. So are you coloring the owl like fun colors, or are you sticking with traditional owl-y colors, or what? I don't think I've ever colored an owl. I think someone asked me what style or like what theme I like coloring best. And I don't think I've really figured out that quite yet. There's nothing that's, I mean, there's books that have drawn me to purchase them, but not really the, I don't know. I don't know where it's going with that. Anyway, so the white outline, we did that. And now we're going to do the blue sky. I keep forgetting about my shake. It's going to be all warm. Okay, that's going now. Okay, I'm going to look at my colors here and decide where we're going with the sky. So what color? 909. What is light cerulean blue at? Or 904. Okay, so that's a good color. I'm also going to grab True Blue for some darker bits, and also non-photo blue. And I think I already grabbed 1087. And I want to grab 1102. Do I already have that out? No. Where is it? Okay, should be right by 904. Oh, did it? Nope, that's not 1102 either. Where are we? Oh, here we go. Blue Lake. Okay, so here's some colors. And if you ever look at the sky today, closer to the horizon, it's more of a very light blue, and then it gets darker as we look further up into the sky. So that's kind of what we're going to attempt to do. We're going to try to blend it also here. So it'll be kind of a short blend because I went further with the dark sky than I meant to. And we're at 1:50 p.m. So I'll try to get this done, or at least like done enough where I feel like maybe I can continue on with it off screen, or I'll just continue on with it today. I really want to get this done. Just ready to move on. But we still have like the plate and stuff, which is going to be kind of a pain, I think, because I want it. I think I want it white. I don't know, but maybe we need to add in some shadow from the doily. Maybe that'll be better. So with the sun, I don't think I'm gonna do the glow from it because I don't really want to. Maybe I will do like an outline around the outside of the black, or yeah, the black line. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna do like a jasmine, I think, the 1012. Okay, bye. And I'm gonna outline the sun. I might do also a second outline with cream. That might be interesting. Now, I accidentally colored some blue over here. So going over that is going to be a little green, but I think it'll be all right. Oh yeah, not too much. Ugh. What part was this on? Part 6. I'm always astounded when I add up the amount of time my colorings have taken. So it seems like 12 hours for this is too long. But the background is pretty cool. Oof, tight. So I don't think we're going to get this finished today, unfortunately. Trying to think about what I can do off screen, maybe, that isn't very, like, important is the wrong word, like technique based, that I can explain next time as we come back. So we'll come back on Friday. Probably, and hopefully be able to finish then. And everybody left me. I wonder if I go live too much. Just thinking about what I want to achieve out of these lives and what's happening with them now. So I'm having a couple of regular participants, and but it's not exactly going how I imagined it going. But maybe I just need to put more time into it. Maybe they're too long. But it's just like supposed to be kind of a color a long time to color with friends or hang out or whatever. Okay, I think that'll look pretty neat since the yellow is so light. It will look really cool, I think. You know what I'm also going to do? I'm also just going to bring this outline a little bit longer, actually, so that this triangle is more of a cuter angle. So the rays are longer. There we go. I think that'll look cool when we got the blue background going, and then these rays look longer. Yeah, totes. So I got a text message from another business owner saying that they want to meet up with me about my coloring book. And I'm kind of nervous. I need to talk to Dan and figure out like possibilities of what could be said and then being prepared for those possibilities. Because I didn't really expect them to want to like talk to me in person. So we'll see. I probably need to come up with my wholesale price and how that all works for them. If they're someone who wants to do wholesale, or if they want to do commission, then that's a little easier. So I should get that ready. And I don't know if I should bring paperwork or anything. I don't know. Never done anything like that before. A lot of the stuff I did whenever I did stuff for other people was done digitally. And so like the contract and stuff was digital. And I guess I just don't know what to expect. I don't know how it works to have. I guess my friend who owns a bookstore back home in Oregon in Madras, they did a wholesale order with me, but I don't know if they did it a little different than normal. I made them an invoice, and that worked good, and it was a nice little experience with them because they could help me, you know, what I should put on the invoice and things like that. Okay. I think this is gonna turn out really cool here. And you know what I remembered to do this time? I put my phone on Do Not Disturb so that weird things don't happen when people call. Smart move. And I wasn't expecting any mail. And you know what? My art print came yesterday that I was excited about, and it turned out really good. So now I have to figure out if I want to take that one to try and sell it at the CMC Arts, or if I want to hang that one on my wall. Kind of both, really. Or I should just have that to see if it sells, and if it doesn't sell, it can just go on my wall. I don't know. I have to decide like how much I would want to get paid for something like that, and I just, that is such a hard part to figure out. It's really cool though. There. Okay. So that's pretty neat there. And let's go back, going back with the blue lake. And we're doing a light layer here. What is under here? Probably, who knows what that is? Probably something from my nails yesterday. So I'm trying not to go up all the way with this. I want to do a little bit of a blend with different color. You know, we pulled out all those colors. I want to do I'm going to do a light layer of this bright blue at the very top, which is True Blue. I'll just do this. I know I got those bits from when I tried taping down the paper. So and a little bit darker at the very top. There. And then I want to go with the non-photo blue here. Do that next layer down. Sharpen. And we got about a little under 10 minutes left of the live here. So we'll see how far we can go. Maybe I can do like half off screen and then half on screen to show. It's an interesting idea. Might help things go a little bit faster. Something that was said in my live a little bit earlier, it's kind of bothering me in my head a little bit, that if you can't teach it, what's the point? And I'm trying to really understand the comment. They said it was a little tongue-in-cheek thing they tell themselves, but I don't know. It didn't really feel good to me. Just going through it in my head, just trying to understand, because I still, even though they said it was like the little thing to themselves, I don't know. I don't know really. I really just don't. So I don't know how to interpret that. Some weirdo. And I still have, I have the blue, powder blue. I'm going to do like some of that over, what were we using earlier? We were using the Blue Lake. I'm going to do that kind of mid blue, mid here. Middle of the section-ish. And see what kind of blending we can get with that. It might be interesting. I'm trying to decide like what color will color the clouds. We might do something like we did on this one, because it was really fun and it looks good. I like it. So we'll probably do something similar to that. Okay. Go back to this, which is the blue lake, and we're going to work on, I'm just going to do this little section here and see how we can get that to turn out. So now we got some color here to blend. I don't think I have all the colors that I used for right there out, do I? I'm pretty sure I used some, the blue denim, which is too dark. Okay. So then I think it was a lot of the non-photo blue. We're blending into the blue lake here. So we do like a couple light layers so that it, I don't know if I can get it necessarily like seamless, but we can get it looking pretty cool, I think, anyway. Okay, back to the non-photo, and we also go over where we just put that layer. I called this non-photo. Back to the blue lake. And if you notice, we're getting darker, aka heavier hand a little bit, but also as you layer these, it becomes darker because more pigment is being put onto the paper. And then we're going to make sure our layers are light going up into the next color, which we played with the powder blue. Putting this around the cloud we got here. Gonna grab the powder blue, do kind of the same thing where we do a light layer that overlaps. So if you are someone who happens to be continuing listening to this, do you feel that 2 hours is too long? I feel like it's a nice bit of time to like get stuff done, hang out with a friend, and actually feel like you get like an element of your page completed. But 2 hours in the middle of someone's day is also kind of a lot. I mean, for me, that's kind of like, this is the light cerulean blue. Where did I use that? I don't know, but I think I'm going to use it right here. So I'm using the light cerulean blue to assist in blending together the non-photo blue and the blue lake, because it's almost the same color and it's kind of helping that out. Maybe 2 hours is too long. I don't know. You know, I noticed that some of the other color alongs, I need to follow an actual color along by someone else, I think, and see how they do stuff, especially if it's multi-parted. Because I'll never be able to just do a page or something like in a short amount of time, or even one part. Okay, so now I'm putting in a heavy-handed layer of where I notice that the blending isn't happening because it's like the center of that color. So I can continue blending up to the next color. but I definitely wanted to have like a solid bit of that color too. Blending can take a long time, but I think it's worth it because you learn what colors blend well together and you learn about like how the gradients work. There we go. So that is pretty seamlessly blended, if you do ask me. And I've gone over my time, but now I just want to work on this little blend here. It'd be nice to go up the page, just on this little side, so you guys can see how I'm doing it, so that maybe I will, I don't know guys, we'll see. Now, I think I did the non-photo blue right here. Yeah. So we're going darker as we go up, looking further into the sky. Oh wait, we were playing with, oh I was totally wrong. We're playing with powder blue. Adding a little bit of powder blue up here. Yes, okay. So we're blending the powder blue into the non-photo blue and into the blue lake. Now I remember. Oh, this is working great. So basically, using this powder blue as a blender that also lays down some pigment. It's nicely blending the colors together while also giving us a little light bit of color. And I think I don't know. No one's going to watch this far. So I think I'm going to end it here. And I do appreciate you all taking the time to hang out with me today. And I hope to see you again on Friday, midday sometime. See you next time. Bye.